It says NYPD. Vehicles in this area are in violation. Look at these waves! Woohoo! All right, guys, I have the beautiful and historic Brooklyn Bridge behind me. Hey guys, this is Matt with 2 Feet Outdoors YouTube channel. I got some big news to tell you. I got a van and I'm starting van life today. I'm headed to Brooklyn, New York City to stealth camp. If conditions are good, I'm also going to go kayaking on the East River for some incredible New York City views. I'm hoping I can find a safe place to park, cook some good food, and sleep overnight in the van. All right, let me give you guys a tour of the van. All right, I got my bed all set up, inflatable mattress, sleeping bag, inflatable pillow. I have my grill, cooler full of food, porta potty, kayak with kayaking equipment, and a backpack full of other gear that I'm gonna need. To keep things a little bit more stealthy, I blacked out the windows with black paper, and I also blacked out the grate that goes between the passenger compartment and the cargo area. I'm sure you guys could tell by now that I didn't buy a van. I don't own a van. I've rented a van through U-Haul. And I'm not starting van life permanently. I do really appreciate the fact that some people choose to live in a van full time. I'm sure it's extremely hard, very challenging, but it likely comes with a lot of rewards. I wanted a taste of that, and what a better place to do it than to rent a U-Haul and attempt van life in New York City. I'm headed to a place that's apparently well known, that's called Van Alley, and it's in Brooklyn, New York. A lot of other van life people park there. We're gonna head there and see if we can potentially find a place to park and spend the night. I've also learned that there's a park nearby that I can launch a kayak. Crime in New York City can be high in certain areas. I don't anticipate that we're going to have a problem, but the biggest challenge of all is finding a safe place to park. The next challenge will be staying overnight. Hopefully, all that'll go smooth, and during that process, we're going to kayak on the East River. And if you know the East River itself can be pretty treacherous. So we're going to see how the conditions are, and if the conditions are great, we're going to go out and kayak on the East River. Here's part of the reason for our slowdown right here. They're doing some work on the shoulder. Got the police blocking it off. This area that we're headed to, I mentioned Van Alley. This is in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And the park that I want to launch the kayak at is Bushwick Inlet Park. All right, so we're still in traffic. This is what New York City is all about. If you've ever been here, you know you're going to sit in traffic no matter what time of day it is. But yeah, I'm just looking down at Newtown Creek and beautiful views of the New York City skyline. Straight ahead and to the right. All right, so we're just a few blocks away. All right, we're gonna keep going here on Kent Avenue. And we're going to check out 11th Street. I think that's where we want to be. This is it. Let's see if we can get through here. Got some construction vehicles. Yeah, I don't think it's looking good. This right in front of us is Bushwick Inlet Park. That's where we want to be as far as the park's concerned for launching the kayak. But I need to find a parking spot around here. Anything that looks open, it's always a driveway. See? Driveway, driveway, fire hydrant, driveway, driveway, driveway. This is Williamsburg. Fire hydrant. What's this on the right? I'm not sure, but we're going to take a look. We're going to check this out and see if there's any signs. All right, I think this parking spot is good. I checked all the signs around me. Everything looks good. But New York City is one of those places you can think you're in a legitimate parking spot and somehow they're going to figure out a way to ticket you. I'm at Bedford Avenue and 12th Street, and I got the Turkey's Nest Tavern to my left and the Parkview Market to my right. But I think we have a decent spot. Looking on the map, it's about 5 or 6 blocks to the park where I need to launch the kayak. So I think what I'm going to do is get geared up, put everything on my back, and hike to the park. And from there, we'll just check the conditions, and if it looks good, we'll head out on the kayak. All right, here's our spot. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this kayak set up. Here is something really cool. I just had a subscriber by the name of Alex approach me here at the launch, and I'm in New York City, in Brooklyn, New York, and somebody, as I'm walking through this park, recognizes me. How crazy is that? And by the way, guys, I want to thank you so much. Today I reached 10,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for watching and commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate it. All right, and we're paddling. What a beautiful day it is today. And there's a ferry that's coming across the front of us. So I think I'm gonna let him go by, contend with his wake, and then head towards the Williamsburg Bridge. But beyond the ferry is the beautiful skyline of New York City. This is what I don't love about the East River. You see this ferry straight ahead of us? They crank through here and they make a big wake. We'll take a look at these waves as they get to us, and hopefully they dissipate and aren't a big deal. And I'm going to tell you right now, the wind is definitely not as calm as I wanted it to be. So this has the potential for being really sketchy. You can see the water glistening on the right with that wind cranking over it. We'll paddle and we'll make adjustments accordingly if we need to. Oh yeah, here we go. I gotta turn to the right here because we got some waves coming. Hey, you know what? Worst case scenario, we go swimming, right? Look at these waves. Hopefully they don't break over the bow. Look at these waves. Woohoo! Crazy. I got helicopters flying over, airplanes flying over. I'm telling you, this is one reason why I don't love the East River. And people are always requesting that I paddle the East River. I am smiling, so that's a good thing. I'm having fun. But it's so damn sketchy. I tell you, it is sketchy. And I don't care that I'm using the word sketchy. Worst case scenario, I can see right there to my left, there's a little beach. If I had to, I'd swim there with the kayak. But yeah, look at this. Woohoo! Holy cow. I'm telling you, the video is not going to do it justice, but I don't know. This is ridiculous. This Oru kayak Bay ST is handling it pretty well though, I can tell you that. Alright, so the boats have gone past. It's gotten a little bit more calm. Not a lot, but there's some swells here. The tide is actually pulling me to the south. I think there's no way whatsoever I'm gonna paddle back up to where I launched. So when I do decide to end this paddle, as long as I find a beach that I can land on, I'll take an Uber back to my parking spot. Look at this bridge. I can hear a train going over. I don't know if the microphone will pick it up, but it's pretty loud. There's another ferry coming off to my right-hand shoulder, behind me and to the side. You can see, look, they just zip along. This is their world. I mean nothing out here. So we're gonna time it. When that wake, we're gonna start turning now because that's looking gnarly. I hear a train going overhead. We got the Williamsburg Bridge above us. At least it dissipated a little bit. know if you guys can hear that train. It's loud. Look at that New York City skyline. I'm excited and enjoying this. All right, so here's my question. I see a beach to the left. Do I just pull this thing out of the beach, or do I go past 2 more bridges? All right, look at these waves, guys. All right, we got a ferry that just came past. We're gonna deal with his wake. That straight ahead is the Manhattan Bridge. And another ferry to the right. Helicopter going overhead. There's a train going across the Manhattan Bridge. It is definitely choppy out here, guys. Another train going over. And in the distance, you can see the Brooklyn Bridge. Protected spot right here, but you can see those waves right to the right hand side coming through there. But yeah, check this out. Unbelievable. All right, guys, I have the beautiful and historic Brooklyn Bridge behind me. And then just above us, an then to your right is the Manhattan Bridge. And that bridge has trains going over it every couple minutes. So it's really loud. Alright guys, because this ended up being a one-way paddle, I'm going to have to take an Uber back to my van. Wow guys, that was an incredible trip kayaking on the East River. I am super hungry. I think it's time to make some dinner. Alright guys, it's time for some dinner. I'm going to make a quesadilla. Chicken quesadilla. Alright guys, so I moved the van and we are now in what's known as Van Alley. I came back over here and there's lots of space, and apparently there's a reason why. There's been a lot of notices put on all these vehicles over here. It says NYPD, vehicles in this area are in violation of numerous laws, including those listed below, and may be subject to enforcement. It says street storage, 7-day street storage, theft of services, littering prohibited. So yeah, you can take a look at it right here. So yeah, all these flyers have been put on people's vehicles, and when I pulled down here to make dinner, somebody approached me and basically said that, hey, you might want to take notice, don't park here tonight because they're going to start towing vehicles. Alright, we're going to move these over. I'll put that on there. You know, honestly, this life right here in a van, I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, some people might say it's a simple life. It's not really simple. It's very hard, actually. So many challenges come with it. Mexican style cheese. But yeah, so many different challenges come with it. But at the end of the day, there's so many positives. That I think it's worth it. It smells like it's burning. Do I have it that high? Oh, wow. Wow. I'm gonna shut it down for a second. Wow. We're gonna keep that right there. All right, we're gonna flip this over. And I hope we don't make a mess. All right, we're gonna flip this over again. Hopefully I don't drop it. Oh gosh. There we go. Looks good. All right, we're gonna put a little dollop of daisy sour cream on there. Serrano pepper salsa. Oh, it smells so good. I don't know how I'm gonna eat this without making such a huge mess. I just realized I have one more thing to put on it. Here we go. Guacamole. Wow. How am I going to eat all this? We're just going to dab it on there. All right, let's take one of these pieces. We're going to put it on my little plate. Look at that. Amazing. I can't believe how good that is. All right, we're going to go for another piece. So crispy. So the sun's going down, and I want to make it out there to the East River to hopefully catch a little sunset with the skyline in the background. It's plenty of time until sunset. This is my last piece of the first half, and yeah, trying to shoo this fly away. So so much food. This first half is enough for now. I'm gonna save the rest for later. Alright guys, I'm really tired. It's time to go to bed, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning guys, from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York. I'm at Kent Avenue and 11th Street. We're going to take a walk. This area here is what's known as Van Alley, and unfortunately, look at this trash that people leave here. We have the beautiful New York City skyline in the background. Thankfully, they didn't try to come and tow anybody last night. But a lot of people did leave the area. So Van Alley this morning is actually relatively quiet. I believe this whole area is typically full of vehicles. Look at this, somebody's got a garden set up right here. Let's go down here and check this out. Yeah, right there's where we came down the stairs. Let's walk out onto this pier. There's the sunrise. And check out the New York City skyline. Incredible views this morning. Man, what an incredible day it is today. I'm just sitting here looking at the New York City skyline right off in the distance. This is the East River right here where I was paddling yesterday. So incredible. All right, I think we're going to find something to eat for breakfast this morning. I'm going to cruise around and see what's out here. One thing that I'm amazed about with everybody that lives in Williamsburg. All morning I've seen people out on the streets, on the sidewalks, out running, and yeah, it's good to see. You guys have no idea my running background, but I've run everything from 5Ks to 10Ks, half marathons, marathons, ultra marathons. I've even run 100 milers. So I'm a big runner, used to be a big runner, not so much anymore. But yeah, I enjoy being active, but it's really cool seeing all these runners out here. This is really cool. See, I got a runner right here. Coming by. Good job. There's actually a billboard right there for Hoka running shoes. That's funny. Clearly, Hoka knows that there's runners in this community. Oh wow, this gym, it's climbing, yoga, cycling, aerial, 24/7. It's called Vital, Vital. Wow, that place is cool. A 24-hour climbing gym. That is really cool. Place over here called Frankel's. Looks like they have coffee and stuff. Old-fashioned ground coffee. And then there's a Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts right here. Let me see. I might be able to park. I'm going to park right here and get like an egg sandwich or something from Dunkin' Donuts. All right, Dunkin' Donuts sourdough breakfast sandwich. It's actually one of my favorites. All right, so we're cruising back down here to Van Alley, and it's incredible, these views of the New York City skyline from this spot. And I'm gonna pull up and finish my breakfast. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching 2 Feet Outdoors YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did, and we'll see you guys on the next one.